Hello and welcome back. We are now playing Murder in the building. No, Murder is Game Over. Available now on the Xbox Store for $3.99. Hello, Mr. Coolness. Welcome in. Let's check out this game. Murder is Game Over. Has 12 achievements for the 1000 gamer score. Ooh, Pet the Cat. We're gonna favorite that. Press the A button to advance the game. Introduction. Rural Vermont. Present day. Russell, I'm telling you, heels off. The castle roof almost hit me. That's ridiculous. There's never been an anvil on the roof. I have work to do. I know this time has been hard for you. I promise. We'll go to the art supply store soon as we finish these negotiations. Pretty good? Nice. I mean, anytime there's an animal, you should be able to pet it, and there should be an achievement for it. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Things have been crazy recently for Melissa and I. I understand. It was huge of you to take Ari in when she had nowhere else to go. Enough with this distractions, Russell. Have you signed the contract yet? Not yet. I still need time to read it. I've been bogged down writing extra security features. Lord Gallant, Your Highness, I'd appreciate being able to talk to you about my concerns privately first. That's why I drove up from New York, New York, big city of dreams. Frankly, I don't see why we couldn't do this at the Hacktivision publishing office in the city, but Russell insisted. Excuse me, Mr. Gallant. You've got a visitor outside, sir. Fans? Again? No, it's not the gamer club from the community college looking for autographs this time. You should leave this place. You're trending on hollowed ground. Treading, not trending. I know. You're frustrated. But Castle Ludwig is private property now. You can't just show up and harass the new owners. Honey, what's going on? She followed us from the park. So you must be the Lord Gallant. Listen, why don't you and your wife go back to Manhattan while you still can? Leave now, or I'll call the police. Whoop, whoop. You're the one who's trespassing. You don't belong here. Don't you feel the presence all around? You've angered the spirits of the Castle Ludwig. You've angered the gargoyle. The gargoyle? She means that stone statue? This is your last warning, Russell. Beware the curse of Castle Ludwig. Beware the gargoyle's curse. The investigation. The following evening. Ossifer. Well, hello there. You must be Cleo, a remarkable clue-sniffing dog. We've heard so much about... Oh, excuse me. Hello and welcome. Detective Guy? So you've made it here. This one is truly baffling, and we need your help. I'll fill you in on the basics. What do you want to know first? Don't worry, I'm here to help you. Use the left stick to move, holding down left trigger or right trigger will make you move faster. Talk to someone, press A. A button will select dialogue options. Menu to access the menu and the case file. If you need a hint about what to do next, you can access the hint function via the menu. An illustrated map of the castle and surrounding areas can be found in the menu too. You can use the menu to save your game. Let's get right to it. You're a man in need of no introduction around here, Detective Guy. You've already helped solve some tough ones. But even more famous is Cleo, your partner. Clue-sniffing dog. Cleo can find clues humans can't. You and Cleo make quite the team. Press X button to toggle between Guy or Cleo as the leader. Castle Ludwig. No expert, but there have been long rumors about the castle. Evil spirits, have fun with that. The victim is Lord Russell Gallant, the owner of the castle. It was big news when he bought this place. Even people who don't play video games know about Paladin Dream. Russell Gallant designed the game. Lord Gallant's successful game made him a very wealthy man. Now he's dead. The coroner is by the entrance to the castle. She could tell you more about the cause of death based on her expertise. It seems the victim had some kind of business meeting here last night. A publishing executive and a co-worker came to negotiate. Also, inside the castle are the victim's wife and adopted daughter, plus the groundskeeper. You should interview them all. A small number of other people were nearby too. You'll meet them via the mountain road. There are 8 suspects. Let's go! We're counting on you, Detective. Good luck. Leo found a clue. It looks like an old library book somebody left here. The book title is Historic Castle Ludwig. Built in 1900 by a wealthy quarry owner, William Ludwig. Though he died shortly after finishing construction of the castle. Myriad strange events have led many people to believe that Castle Ludwig is haunted. This book explores the castle's incredible history. The clue is saved to your case files. Cleo deserves a treat. The dead body of the famous eccentric video game designer. I wonder what the coroner says about this. But to be crushed by a gargoyle outside a supposedly haunted castle, that seems at least a little bit suspicious. Come on, get off this guy. Leo found a clue. This wall has many windows from which people inside the castle can see outside. However, the wall by where the victim was killed had no windows. That's unusual. Good evening. I'm with the coroner. How can I help with your investigation? You'll find the victim's body along the castle wall west of everything. Everything is untouched. Gargoyle fell off the roof and struck his head. I've never seen anything like it. A touch of the dramatic for sure. The force of the blow must have killed him instantly, no doubt about that. But take a look for yourself. Died between 7 and 8 p.m. last night. That's just about 24 hours ago. A gargoyle is quite heavy. It would take more than a gust of wind to make it fall over. I don't have an explanation. Wait, detective, did you learn how Russell Gallant was killed? Brilliant deduction. When you've got enough evidence that you think you're ready to make an arrest, come back here and find me. Good luck. So this is where the victim lived, in this castle. When I speak with Gallant household members, I should remember not everyone is necessarily telling the truth, but if I find a relevant piece of evidence, then it might jog somebody's memory. That way they'll cooperate. North Hall. You're right. I should let you sniff for clues. I don't want to miss anything. I guess that's not the cat. I see a clue. Squirrel. I don't understand. Why is this here? I should see whether anybody in the castle knows about this bizarre anvil. A locked door. Can you get Rover out of my face? My time is valuable. Make it quick, detective. The sooner I can get out of this one cow town, the better. Executive Vice President of Hack Division Games. Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. My father founded Hack Division Games and published Paladin Dream. I came here from New York for a business meeting with Russell Gallant last night. The castle? This place isn't too shabby, but I prefer my Park Avenue penthouse. I was here in Russell's office yesterday when we were going over the contract for the new game, when his wife interrupted us. It happened just before he died. So, Mr. Gallant, you'll just sign the standard contract and everything will be in order for the new game. Russell, the gargoyle on the roof moved again. Outside, come quick. I'm sorry about this, Mr. Kramer. I'll just be a moment. I didn't know what to make of it. Russell seemed embarrassed, but not surprised by his wife's outburst. She screamed something about a gargoyle, and Russell followed her outside. I waited for a long time. Then the police arrived. The meeting was adjourned, permanently. I was in this room the whole time, alone. I didn't even know he'd been shot. He died. Well, I certainly didn't have anything to do with it. That groundskeeper wandering around seems a little sketchy to me. But I suppose a creepy castle has to have sketchy groundskeepers. It's like a law. You're done. Cleo found a doggy bag. We don't have any time to eat now. We've got a mystery to solve. Alright, we'll take the doggy bag with us after we solve the case. I promise you'll get an amazing treat. Bet there are at least 30 doggy bags like this hidden all over the area. Let's see how many we can find. That's an oddly specific number. Detective. Guy, is it? What can I do? Who are you? I'm Melissa. And Melissa Devon Gallant. And Russell was my husband. I can't believe he's gone. I told him not to buy this castle. Russell and I met at a sci-fi convention in New York City. I was a fan of his work, and I wrote to him. We fell in love that weekend. Russell was a boy at heart. Games, castles, cosplay. When he asked me to be his lady, I was starstruck. Russell and I moved into this castle just after the wedding 2 months ago. Soon after, I started seeing things. The gargoyle stared me down, the suits of armor moved just a little. It was the evil spirits and the legend told. Then, after he adopted that orphan girl, it got worse. The pipe organ suddenly started playing. Russell didn't believe any of it. To be honest, I'm not sure what's real anymore, but I believe the story's based on what happened. Strange? Everything about the castle is strange. I was there when he died, and I saw the whole thing with my own eyes. I went out for my usual walk last evening while Russell was meeting with those two business associates. As I walked along the edge of the castle, that gargoyle started laughing at me. I went and called for Russell. Then I showed him the spot where it happened. As he looked up, the gargoyle fell on him. Splat. The curse on the Castle Ludwig has come true. It's horrible. Are you implying you don't believe me? The gargoyle fell off the roof and killed my husband as I looked on. I just watched my poor husband get crushed to death by that laughing demon face. A short while later, the police arrived. Ethan must have called them. I was beside myself. Surely you understand. I was scheduled to meet Ethan at the town park for a workout. You should be able to find him there. So there, detective. That's where I was when it all happened. At my husband's side. If you're looking for somebody to point the finger at, I'd start with Jerry Small, the game tester. Russell was working on sort of a big deal with Hack Division Publishing for a new Paladin Dream game. I heard Russell arguing heatedly with Gary Small last night, the man who stayed over in the arcade upstairs. But I wouldn't be surprised if that angry girl, Leah Ludwig, is responsible for the curse. She harassed us. You'll find Leah and her followers in the cemetery, east of the castle from the mountain road. My condolences. Wait, was there anything else up there? That's a whole different area. Main hall. Okay, so that's that. Can I help you? Castle groundskeeper. Who are you? My name is Jim Wickman. Russell kept me on to renovate the castle. I look after the grounds. Worked here for years. I've been the groundskeeper here long since it was a tourist attraction, owned by the town before they sold out to Gallant. Russell lived in this wing with his wife and his daughter. The north area is the sealed wing. That area is badly in need of repair. I've locked it for safety reasons. Russell had planned to have me renovate it. As a groundkeeper, I have the key. Should you have a need to go up there, let me know. Nobody's been there. Me personally, nah. People say they see or hear all kinds of stuff at the castle. I just do my job. But his wife has been acting strangely since they arrived. She could tell you about what she saw. She's in the dining room. The publisher man who showed up yesterday was rude to me. He's holed up in the study. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Stay out of the forest. It's dangerous. Where was I when he died? I was here, pretty much. I was polishing the suits of armor and minding my own business. What's your theory? Just seems like a freak accident to me. I mean, it's sad that he died. He always treated me real good. Alright, nothing else for now. Ooh, dark room. I think we watched, there's two of them, right? I think we watched both of them. Leo found a clue. This looks like the unusual brand of cigarettes that groundskeeper Jim Whitman had on them. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we watched them both. Yuck. He must leave these cigarette butts everywhere he goes. The clue is saved. Cleo found a doggy bag. There are finger marks on the dusty organ. Maybe it was played recently. Nice song, Cleo. I don't detect anything else unusual about the organ. Play the organ. Nice. Achievement. Evening, Shih Tzu on you. I think the cat likes me. Pet the cat. Nice. Path to the rooftop. Alright, we don't want to go up there yet. Five of 30 bags. Hello, you look like a detective. My name is Ari Jones. Mr. Gallant's adopted me after my parents passed away in a skiing accident. They worked on the game with him. Paladin Dream. Mr. Gallant, Russell, took me in when I had nowhere else to go. My parents loved and trusted Russell. I still can't believe everything that's happened. I've only been living here a short time. I spend most of my time online, and still get lost walking around the castle. After these recent events, I don't even want to leave my room. I'm afraid. I'm glad somebody's finally asked me. Everyone else around here all wrote me off as a kid. Hey, I'm 16. Last week I was in the garden playing with the cat when an anvil fell off the roof. It almost hit me. I haven't told anyone yet, but I think someone was on the roof. Check the garden. You'll find the anvil there. Also, I heard gunshots last night. I called 911. Police got here and found Mr. Gallant's body dead. I don't think anybody believes me about that either, do you? You're just doing your job, I understand. When Mr. Gallant died, I was here, playing online. Like I said, I panicked when I heard gunshots downstairs. I'm too shaken up to think clearly. The past month has been filled with tragedy and trauma. Somehow, I need to process it. Russell Gallant's wife always seemed off to me, raving about seeing and hearing things around the castle. I love Halloween as much as the next kid, but I haven't seen or heard anything, ghostly anyway. The publisher agent from Hacktivision, Mr. Kramer, neither Russell or my parents were fond of him either. Sounded like somebody fired a gun in Mr. Gallant's office when they were talking, but I can't prove it. Thank you, come again. Can I play the video game? No. It's Eridanus Jones Trust. This is interesting. It says that if Russell Gallant dies, Eri inherits her parents' fortune before she turns 18. Russell Gallant wanted to bring turn-based RPGs to arcades. He was a mad genius. This is the final battle in Paladin Dream, but something seems a bit different from my memory.
Nightmares reigning, subjugate our reason. Visions of a hero to believe in. Legacy, a savior redeeming true meaning. The scriptures foretell Adrian.
Oh! Cleo's barking scares the enemy. It was good. I got 1,000 on both of them. Cleo and Guy beat the game. Credits. Created by Lord Gallant. Programming by Russell Gallant. Art by Mike and Sarah Jones. Those must be Ari's parents. Game testing by Gary Small. Paladin Dream published by Hacktivision Games. I just can't believe he's gone. Suspect added to case file. Gary Small. I'm Gary Small. I worked on Paladin Dream with the deceased for many years as the lead tester. I came up from New York yesterday to try and talk some sense into Russell. I hoped I could get him to finally recognize my contribution on the game, but he didn't listen. The castle is amazing. Russell had it good. Millions of dollars, millions of fans, a beautiful trophy wife. I guess Lord Gallant had it a little too good. I heard gunshot, assuming I wasn't imagining things. After my argument with Russell yesterday, I came up here. He had a bed laid out for me, and I slept. Why is a bed in the middle of the room? But then, I was woken up by what sounded like a shot down... No, I didn't 1K the first game this morning. But I 1K'd the second game this afternoon. Your alibi. I was in this room, asleep. I know, it's weak. I'm sure Billy Kramer wanted him dead. Activision was losing a fortune paying Russell royalties on Paladin Dream. I never saw another dime after the game release. I wouldn't be surprised if Billy brought his gun to help negotiate. That doesn't explain the fallen gargoyle outside, though. I don't know. My specialty is video game logic. The real world is your department. Thank you. Come again. Leo found a clue. MD Stationery. Who has those initials? Melissa, a handwritten note from the victim's wife. My husband forever. It's been too long since we were last together, and I miss you so much. Our last date was such a thrill, like flying down the mountainside. Soon we'll finally be together forever, here at the castle, as we always meant to be. Will. Who put this here? The victim left everything to his wife. Alright, we've already been in here. This door leads to the castle roof. It's been forced shut from the other side. Alright, I think I've been in all these rooms. Yes. Just in that room. Locked. Nothing else out here. We've already seen the anvil. Oh! Found a doggy bag. We haven't found any clues. However, your clue-sniffing dog might be able to find something we missed. Fine. It's true that someone saw the gargoyle move, like it was alive. You probably aren't allowed to tell me. Never mind. Anyway, access to the mountain road is all yours now. Have at it, detective. So I found a third of the doggy bags. Is that an achievement? Open the door. Wait, detective, did you learn about the original castle builder's occupation? I hope that was an easy one. Go the mountain road? Yes. Good luck. It may be worth exploring the area near the victim's estate. When I question people, I should remember. Not everyone is telling the truth. Town Park. Hey, bro. Personal trainer and ski instructor. You want my business card? I'm here with the client running laps. Now I also started athletic training sessions with Melissa. Yesterday was the only time I've ever been to the castle. Melissa called me just after the incident happened. Well, I'm 317. I know Melissa got hysterical, but I don't believe in any of that hocus pocus nonsense. Bro, I was right here when it all happened. You can ask Vicky. She heard the whole thing on speakerphone too. Hello, Melissa. We need to cancel our session today. My husband, he's dead. What? Oh my god, the gargoyle killed him.
SMS received.
The curse on the castle is real. Ethan, what do I do? I'm doing good. Day off of work, so can't complain. How are you? Gargoyle killed your husband? The gargoyle, help me! I'm at the park now. I'll be right over. You better go see what happened with Melissa. Still working? Fair. I met Melissa outside the castle by her husband's body. She could tell you the rest. I'm just an athlete, bro. I don't think about this stuff. Why don't you ask the dog? You must be the out-of-town detective. Welcome to Vermont. Vicky Thompson, I work for the town. I meet Russell only when he signed the paperwork. This is truly awful. As the town administrator, I oversaw the sale of the castle. Not everyone was happy with the decision, but the income will be put to good use. This area is a drug problem, and we desperately need the funds to clean it up. I've never seen a gargoyle move, if that's what you mean. I was right here when Ethan took the call from Melissa exactly 7 p.m. last night. It happened as he said. Melissa sounded so terrified on the speakerphone. It's a good thing Ethan is such a fast runner. I eat too much Ben and Jerry's bean. I was the one who introduced Ethan to Melissa at the charity gala last month. She mentioned needing a skiing instructor. I guess there are no mountains on Lawn Guyland. Unfortunately, I wasn't close to Lord Gallant. He sounded so interesting and creative in the newspaper article. Leah Ludwig took really hard when she lost her job as the castle tour guide. But her bark is worse than her bite. Doggy bag. Alright, that's everything at the park. Should go in order. Cemetery. Doggy bag. Let us all now give thanks to our guardian spirit, the gargoyle of the castle, looking after us in the darkness. Weird. You don't look like you're here for the seance. My name is Leah Ludwig. I used to be a tour guide for the Castle Ludwig. Until the town sold it off to private ownership. Now I'm a local spiritual leader and an out-of-work theater bachelor of arts. Castle Ludwig rightfully belongs to me. William Ludwig was my great-grandfather. Now, I'm not even allowed inside. Oh, I see you got a book about the castle. If you want to know more, go to the crypt in the southwest corner of the cemetery. Well, I know more about Castle Ludwig than anybody, especially that rich geek who bought it. I know every nook and cranny. The town never should have sold Castle Ludwig. Those yuppies don't belong here. And they don't deserve it. That's why he died. Of course, I haven't been inside the castle since the sale, but the spirits still speak to me. I had foreseen this. Castle Ludwig is in my soul. The spirits are angry. The cops told me what happened, but they don't understand. The gargoyle called for the blood of the Castle Ludwig's intruders. I was right here in the cemetery. You can ask any of these people. We were holding another seance. I'm not the only one who's got problems with the rich New Yorkers invading our town. The castle spirits killed Mr. Gallant. The spirits are angry that the castle was bought by someone unworthy. My great-grandfather, Heir William Ludwig, the true master of this castle, is enacting his revenge. Not just for me, but for everyone downtrodden by class warfare. I warned that geek and his wife to leave. Their auras are toxic. The gargoyle did it. The angry spirits of the Castle Ludwig have spoken. Okay then. Here lies William Ludwig. Some kind of strange epithet engraved here. Castle builder left behind a treasure. Who finds it will be filled with pleasure. 7 cryptic riddles will lead to the loot. But to get there, one must be astute. It's a treasure hunt. The first step is like an old man thinking, a short walk. In the main hall, 3 paces down from the grandfather clock. Riddles added to the main menu. Treasure hunt steps 0. Oh, come on! Stop clicking it! Ah! Jeez, that's a lot. And I think I've gone up here already. Yeah. Go in order, so I stopped doing that. We're keeping the press out of the area so you can investigate. Trust me, you don't want to talk to them. There are no more clues past me, just a media circus. The victim's popularity has made the incident national news. I should be the dog. Bleepity bloopity bloppity blope. Let's go in the house. Hint. Oh, not the hint. Riddle. The first step is like an old man taking a short walk. In the main hall, 3 paces down from the grandfather clock. 1. There's a hidden message written here. Next clue is in the castle basement, deep down below. Next to the westernmost pole, you must go. North Hall. How do I get to the garden? Was this the garden? I've already seen the anvil, though. This must be the anvil that almost hit Aerie from the marks. I could tell that it fell a long way to the ground. This evidence suggests someone was on the roof. There's no way 2 heavy objects both fell like this. I must speak to Jim, the groundkeeper, and get that key to the sealed wing. Then I can get to the roof. When I was searching the garden, I found this anvil. Seems a bit out of place. Do you know anything? Oh, I found it on the ground near the wall. I had no idea how it got there, so I moved it to get it out of the way. I have a reason to believe this anvil fell off the roof, just like how the gargoyle fell off the roof and killed Russell. You're right. I didn't think about it like that until now. If this anvil also fell off the roof, his death was no accident. How do I get to the roof? I'd like to go there and see what's going on. That's impossible. The roof has been sealed off since I was hired to renovate the castle. It's not safe up there. I didn't kill him. I'm not accusing you, but I'd appreciate it if you could unlock the sealed wing so I can continue investigating. Take this key to the sealed wing. It won't unlock the door in the hall, north of here. You can get to the roof that way. What was the achievement? Open the roof door, okay. Hey, wait, there's a bag there. How did I miss that? Did we talk to Billy already? Yeah, we talked to Billy. Kitchen. There's a bag over here. Dining room. Map. Where are we? Don't even know where we are. But I need to get to the basement somehow. Good work. Now it's time to sit to the sealed wing and see if it's truly sealed. Is it possible that someone else got up to the roof even though this door is locked? It's up to us to find out. You unlocked a new area. Check the menu for the map. Interesting. Shouldn't that have unlocked an achievement? It's a wardrobe box full of costume clothes and makeup. It looks like an elderly couple costume package. We'll go up here first. It's a brochure print for Leah Ludwig's castle tours. The print job proof belongs to Leah Ludwig, the girl in the cemetery. A client gets the print proof. The proof is dated recently. That means Leah lied to me. Leah told me she hadn't been in the castle, but this is proof. Proof that she was in the sealed wings. I better confront her about this. I wonder if she'll be glad that I found her proof. No. Hello, Casey. How are you? It's a rock hammer, and judging by the shards of the polished rock on the ground, it's been used here. This is the spot where the gargoyle fell off the roof. This evidence here proves gargoyle was broken and pushed. Somebody's broken the gargoyles free and pushed it off the roof, while the victim was below. That's how Russell Gallant was murdered. Sure, you got another one? Ah, that's... I've been here. Nice. Does it fit you? Even better. Alright, so we went that way. What was this? Jimmy is jelly. Don't be jelly, Jimmy. Wait, clue. Hint. No. Riddle. Deep down below. Next to the westernmost pole, you must go. There's a hidden message. The next location is deep in the dark woods. From the bridge, 9 west by 9 north, are the goods. Looks like the stone tablet inside her Ludwig's crypt. Nothing else here. Ooh! Treats. Unsafe basement. Avoid getting hit. Okay. I think that's everything. We should go... the cemetery. Map. Where are we and where's the cemetery? What was that other one? Riddle. Deep in the dark woods, from the bridge 9 west by 9 north are the goods. A receipt from a costume store dated 3 months ago, just before they moved in. 2 costumes, makeup, a cane, that's a lot of dress-up gear. Same store as the wardrobe box I found in the castle sealed wing. Casey, what are you streaming today? A game. What game is that? I found your tour guide proof. Looking for this? Yes, thank you. Where did you find it? On the floor. In the sealed wing. You lied to me. You told me you hadn't been in the castle. You're right. What can I say? You do realize this is now a murder investigation, right? You've openly expressed a desire for the supernatural revenge. That gives you a motive. Miss Ludwig, I suggest you cooperate. I'm sorry. What do you want to know? How did you get in the sealed wing of the castle, and what were you doing there? The truth is, I secretly gave a tour of the castle after the town sold it off. It was to an elderly couple. They paid well. This happened to a couple days before the Gallants moved in. They were very interested in the castle layout. We trespassed. Yes, but how did you get in the sealed wing? It was locked. Only Wickman had the groundskeeper had the key. There's a secret passage. What? From the woods that leads into the basement. It's only accessible with a Ludwig signet ring. There's another stone tablet in the basement, just like the one in the crypt. Touch it with the key and the secret passage will open. The elderly couple bought a Ludwig signet ring from me too. Anyway, I snuck in the sealed wing. I lost my tour guide job, and they are all paying customers. Go back to the basement to find the secret passage, touch the stone with the key ring, and the way will open. Alright. Yikes, this place is really falling apart. It's the entrance, the secret passage, just like Leah said. You don't need to watch that boring game? I should turn it on. You've unlocked a new area. Check the map. 6 more doggy bags. Let's go up here first. Right, that's up. Forest. Okay. It looks like a rappelling rope. I wonder what this is doing here. Let's take some of this rope and see if we can use it for something useful. Looking for freaking doggy bags. A handgun, and it's been fired recently. The initials are BK, are engraved on the gun. This must belong to Billy Kramer, publishing executive from The Hack. Why would his gun be here? I better ask him about it. Okay, so that's where we came down. Check out this house. Yuck, do you smell that? Someone must be using this shack to make meth. Nice. Looks like the unusual brand of cigarettes that the groundkeeper Jim Wickman had on him. Yuck. He must leave these everywhere. This is a serious crime. Three more doggy bags. Alright, what is that riddle? From the bridge, 9 west by 9 north are the goods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9. There's a hidden message written here. In a corner where a hungry person sits alone, the abundance of food is across from a wooden throne. Burger King, Domino's. When we name it off just random restaurants. Taco Bell. Pizza. This path leads to the city park. We can use the rappelling rope to get down the steep cliff. Town Park, where are we? Oh, there we are. Interesting. No one out pizzas the hut. What about the Noid? Wasn't there somewhere else for me to go? You've never heard of the Noid until recently. Leo found a clue. It's a hooded sweatshirt. Catskill. Mountains. Elite Ski Club. Who might this shirt belong to? The shirt must belong to Ethan Fisk, the personal trainer and ski instructor. I should ask him about it. I feel something inside it. More of the polished stone shards from the roof. Whoever broke the gargoyle loose got some rock stuck in the shirt. The only reason you heard of its existence because the designer... Interesting. Would you like an egg? Noid. I don't think there's anything else here. Oh, bear. You're right, Cleo. We don't want to mess with the bears. Nice eggplant you got there, Casey. Yeah, I got lost in the dark woods and fell down that hole. I don't know why the shirt has rock dust all over it. Speaks to the community college gaming club member in the cemetery. Oh, we gotta go to the cemetery then. Inky. We're hoping to meet Lord Gallant. Who knew? Find the mouse that's responsible for moving. So, I have almost endings now. What was that last riddle? Corner where a hungry person sits alone. Murder, murder, yes indeed. Killing. Nice pickup getting Alan Wake there, Vlad. There's a hidden message. To continue this treasure hunt, go back outside. 12 steps north of the lantern it hides. I would have had it if I had enough points. But I did not have enough points, and you beat me to the stream. Gargoyles, gargoyles. I don't think so. No Gargoyles Remastered. I don't have them all. I would say a good most. Yes. See, it says most. Cat. Where the heck's this mouse? Think about a lantern. Both steps north of the lantern it hides. What lantern? I don't see a lantern. Hey, Hal Jordan. Where's the lantern? Where's the rat? Don't see a lantern yet. Waffle! Ooh, a doggy bag. Looking for lanterns and doggy bags. Don't see any lanterns anywhere. Spider. I didn't want to go through there. Lantern. Come on, squirrel, move out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both steps north of the lantern it hides. It's true that fortune favors the brave. Look 4 steps below the southeastern grave. No trespassing in the woods. I found the shack in the woods. You left a telltale cigarette butt. I found the meth lab. You want to talk about that? It explains your warning about bears to keep people away from the woods. That's why you killed Russell Gallant, isn't it? To protect your drug operation. Alright, it's true. I wanted money fast, so I turned the drug trade. But I didn't kill my employer. I was in the woods around the time he died for the reason you say. Keep talking? I saw something. Billy Kramer, the Hacktivision publishing guy. He was in the garden, and he threw something into the woods. BK, you found it. His gun. If you want to talk to somebody about committing a murder, you should start with him. You're right. I better have a chat with Mr. Kramer about his gun. What are we thinking about, No Pulse? Alright, where are we going? It's true that fortune favors the brave. Look 4 steps below the southeastern grave. The next secret that Riddle keeps is to the right of where the master sleeps. Right back to the house. At least there's a quick run. Main hall, organ room. North Hall. No, we don't want to go there. We don't want to go there either. Very small. For the end of this treasure hunt, you'll find proof. Beneath the gargoyle's left wing on the roof. One of the suits of armor just moved slightly. Hey, it's the mouse. Oh, it's just a mouse. We finally found Ludwig's treasure. Another box. I can feel something hard wobbling around inside. It'll take some time to open up. Let's look at it later. We still have a mystery to solve. At least I did all those clues. No, we don't want to be in the basement. And that's outside, right? Yes. Need to find the office. Kitchen. Dining room. Where's the office? Map. We are in the organ room. Organ room. Organ room. This is number 3. We need to get to number 4. So out and up. Okay. This looks like your gun, Mr. Billy Kramer. Care to talk about it? Where'd you find that? The castle groundkeeper, Jim Wickman, was in the woods when you threw the gun away. How'd I die? Several people in the castle claimed to have heard a shot around the same time Russell Gallant died. Now, would you care to explain why you brought a handgun to your meeting with Russell Gallant? I messed up. I was dumb idea. I should have known better. Tell me everything. That would be a smart idea. Activision needed money. I wanted to help the family business. Despite my father's wishes, I brought the gun to the meeting. I knew Russell was too smart to sign a bad contract. I was going to make him an offer he can't refuse. I guess I've seen too many mobster movies. You were going to kill him over a video game contract? No, they were blank cartridges. I was just going to scare him. People said they heard a shot, but nobody's found any bullets, right? That does explain why there's a shot but no bullets. His actions are still totally reprehensible. I saw something though. I saw Gary Small come downstairs and enter the kitchen. He threw something into the fireplace. I couldn't see what it was, but it looked like electronic hardware. A disc, maybe. Gary Small left his room in the arcade. He burned something in the fireplace. Yeah. I hope that if he'd keep my secret, then I'd keep his. Gary also wanted to meddle with the contract for the new Paladin Dream game. Anyway, you should talk to Gary Small to find out more. One more thing. If you mention my gun to the public, you'll have to deal with Hacktivision's legal team. What? Alright, so now I need to go where? Not there. You lied about not leaving this room. I have a witness who saw you in the kitchen around the time of the death. Yes, Billy saw me. I admit it. I was throwing the disc into the fireplace to destroy it. You threw away a computer disc? Why? Russell didn't just choose to have the contractual meetings at the castle because he was arrogant. He was concerned about piracy. He knew that someone had leaked an alpha version of the new game on the internet. What he didn't know is it was me. You pirated his new game? What you were supposed to be testing? I did it to show Russell that he wasn't invincible, that my contribution was worth more than a pittance. You see? So then you feel guilty and threw it in the fire to destroy it? I left this room around 7:45 to do that. The odd thing was, At that time, I heard movement coming from the roof. I heard someone on the roof at 7:45. You're sure about that? Yes. It was just before I heard the gunshot. The clock on my laptop was 7:45. What's so important about that? That means at 7 p.m., when Vicky Thompson heard Melissa Devon's phone call to Ethan Fisk, Russell Gallant was actually still alive. That changes everything about the murderer's alibi, and the person who provided the murderer with it. Okay, so what's the next step? That's it. I think I figured out. Okay. Talk to the Adams. You solved the mystery? You know how Russell Gallant was killed? Yes. Theo and I are ready to explain everything that happened. I knew you'd do it, Detective Guy. And you too, Cleo. Please assemble all the suspects and meet in the dining room. I've got something special planned. Here we go! Alright, we'll make a new save file. Dun 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 dun. Alright, everyone is here. Time to solve the mystery. The local police are still totally baffled. Can you please tell us what you figured out? Let me begin. The victim, Lord Russell Gallant, was a renowned fantasy game designer. He lived a fantasy life and died a fantasy death. Gallant's fortune allowed him to live everyday life in a castle, but there was a curse, as I found when I discovered this item. That explanation is not consistent with the facts. Maybe you should think about it some more. The library book. I read about the supposed curse of the Castle Ludwig in the library book I found outside the castle. The curse of the Castle Ludwig is well known around these parts in Vermont. Did the stone sculpture of a gargoyle truly come to life? Could it have been a freak accident? No, upon closer investigation, I found evidence of a human agency. But I saw the gargoyle move before it fell on my husband. When I began interviewing each person of interest, I learned that something else had fallen from the roof recently. The object that fell from the roof, near where Ari was standing, was the anvil. There was no way two heavy objects falling could be a coincidence. This discovery led me to believe that somebody had been on the castle roof. After gaining access to the roof through the sealed wing, I found proof that somebody had pushed the gargoyle off the roof. The item used to tamper the gargoyle statue it could be moved was a rock hammer. Had been used to break off the gargoyle statue so that it could be moved. There were also telltale shards of polished rock and dust where the statue had been mounted. I knew then that the gargoyle was a murder weapon, but who was on the roof, and how did they get there? The situation presented a kind of locked room conundrum. How could anyone have gotten up to the roof at the time of death? At first, it seemed like everyone had an alibi. I was in Russell Gallant's office, waiting for him to return to the meeting. I was upstairs. I was in my room. I was at my husband's side. I was working around the castle. I was in the cemetery. I was at the town park for my workout with Ethan at the time that Melissa called about the death. Yes, it's true. That's what you all told me when we first spoke, but everyone in the castle has a reason for wanting Russell Gallant dead. Activision Vice President Billy Kramer's motive was corporate greed. Billy Kramer's motive was greed. His father's firm Activision had faced deep financial losses. Billy wanted Russell Gallant to sign away royalties to his promisingly lucrative new Paladin Dream game. He came to the meeting with a bad contract. If the swindle failed, he also brought his gun. I wasn't planning to kill him, just threaten him. Video game tester Gary Small's motive was revenge. No? Jealousy. Gary was jealous of Russell Gallant's successful game design career. He even pirated the new game, which resulted in the victim holding meetings at the castle. I thought I deserved more credit for all the bugs I'd fixed. Victim's wife, Melissa, her motive was inheritance. She would inherit her husband's fortune and estate. The proof is in her husband's will. What are you saying? I was with my husband when he died. Russell's adopted goddaughter, her motive was inheritance. The victim was the executor of her ample trust fund. If he died, it meant she would inherit and not have to wait for 2 years. What a load of crap. Russell Gallant was my parents' co-worker and close friend. Castle Lugwood's groundskeeper Jim Wickman's motive was to hide a crime. He was secretly manufacturing illegal drugs in a shack in the woods. He had to protect his operation at all costs. So that's why illegal drugs have been flooding this town. Jim Wickman, we're placing you under arrest. But first, I still want to find out who is the killer. Former tour guide of the Castle Lugwood, Leah Lugwood's motive was jealousy. No? What? Revenge. She was very open about her contempt for the Gallants. Their purchase of the castle cost me my job. The castle rightfully belongs to my family. The seance was just a theatrical performance. Bro, before you go any further than these accusations, I just want to say I never met the victim. I also barely knew him. You need to put all of us through humiliation? That may be, but this crime was premeditated by a clever and determined criminal mastermind. Every detail was planned in advance, starting even before the Gallants moved into the castle. The killer disguised themselves and took a tour of the castle and learned of the secret passage from the forest to the sealed wing. Having purchased a Ludwig signet ring, the killer could easily access the roof through the secret passage. Later, unnoticed, I found the receipt from the costume shop on the side of the mountain road. The costumes were later disposed in the sealed tower. The location of the crime was chosen based on that there are no windows on that side of the castle wall. The killer even took the precaution of bolting the other door to the roof. I didn't understand how it was logistically possible to commit the crime until Gary Small mentioned something important. What'd I say? He mentioned hearing footsteps on the roof at 7:45. The coroner determined the time of death between 7 and 8. What difference does 45 minutes make? Are you going anywhere with this rant, detective? When I interviewed Vicky Thompson, she said she heard the call between Melissa and Ethan at 7. The phone call where Melissa witnessed her husband's death from the falling gargoyle. That's correct. I looked at my watch, and it was 7. Gary hearing footsteps on the roof 45 minutes after this 7 p.m. phone call suggests that when the call took place, the victim was still alive. At the time Melissa Gallant made her phone call, Russell Gallant was still alive. The killer had 45 minutes to get to the castle roof and push the statue off the edge. They used this grappling rope I found to get to the woods, and then used the secret passage. Plenty of time, more than enough for the killer to do what they needed to do. So who did it? It was Ethan Fisk. Committing the murder was perfectly easy for an athlete like Ethan Fisk. Bruh! I wonder why would Ethan put the hysterical phone call from Melissa on speakerphone at all. Having Vicky Thompson listen in gave him an alibi. Ethan then ran off to be the first responder to the accident, but he accidentally took the well-hidden path up the steep cliff to the woods. That way he didn't risk being seen by Leah and her followers in the cemetery. Before meeting Melissa, Ethan went to the roof to push the gargoyle down on the victim below. You can't prove any of this. I found a clue linking Ethan to both the roof and the crime, which is the hooded sweatshirt. You left behind your sweatshirt in the secret passage. You had to hide it because it was covered from rock dust. The shards of polished rock and dust matching the gargoyle statue link you to the murder weapon. Ethan, when I asked you about losing your shirt, you told me you couldn't explain the rock dust residue. But you wouldn't have known about the rock dust on the shirt if you hadn't been on the roof. I never even met Russell. Why would I go through any of this trouble for this elaborate scheme? A wife. Ethan's motive is that he's secretly in love with the person who provided him with his alibi. His accomplice is... The killer's accomplice was the victim's wife. Always the wife. What? Melissa married Russell Gallant only for his money. If he were to die, Melissa would inherit his fortune. The victims will give her an abundantly clear motive. Melissa, your love note about flying down the mountainside wasn't written for your husband. It was for Ethan Fisk, who you met years ago skiing in New York. You're accusing me? You found out about Russell Gallant's wealth, introduced yourself as a fan, and then gained interest in him. After getting married, you started plotting a way to do him in. You even used Vicky Thompson to engineer an introduction to Ethan Fisk, posing as your new skiing instructor. After finding out about the daughter of your husband's deceased friends, Mike and Sarah Jones, you were concerned. It was possible your husband would change his will and give some of his fortune to his goddaughter. You had to move quickly to prevent that from happening. Melissa, so you and Ethan devised this sinister plot. Melissa, when you and your husband moved into the castle, you acted like you were going crazy because of the curse. On the evening of the murder, you phoned Ethan and claimed your husband was killed by the gargoyle. While Ethan made his way to the roof, you lured your husband outside from his meeting with Billy Kramer. Then, at the opportune moment, you pushed your husband to the ground and Ethan sent the gargoyle crashing down on his body. Russell Gallant may have been killed by a gargoyle, but human hands were responsible. That's good, Detective. That'll do. One small thing, Detective. How come nobody in the castle heard the gargoyle fall? Because at the same moment, Billy Kramer's gun went off, masking the sound. Miss Gallant, Mr. Fisk, you're both under arrest for Mr. Gallant's murder. Hey, Melissa, I told you nobody was going to believe that nonsense about the gargoyle moving around. Oh yeah, Ethan? Well, how stupid do you have to be to leave your shirt on the secret passage? You twit? You oaf? I still can't believe the gargoyle curse idea was the best you could come up with. Honey, it was better than your idea of poisoning the maple syrup. Even the 2-bit detective in Vermont know there's no such thing as curses. The organ! It's the curse of the castle! What in the world? Don't you see? The castle spirits are aware of our guilt. The spirits call for our punishment because we killed him. No, Melissa. I was the only phantom organist in the castle. I just like playing creepy music when no one's looking. It may be weird, but it helps me cope. Very well. From my perspective, the marriage was always a sham. A means to an end. So when Melissa heard about Lord Gallant's wealth, it seemed too easy. Ethan and I have been in love for years, but love costs money. The public thought my husband was a creative genius, and maybe he was. But he was also socially awkward, clueless, and soft. It took one kiss. He told me I was the first woman who ever showed any interest in him. By bumping that dweebs off, all we did was Darwin's work, really. Survival of the fittest. It was Casey. The way I see it, Russell Gallant's death wasn't our fault at all. The true culprit was his own naivety. Alright, that's enough. You're both coming with us. Epilogue. Ethan Fisk and Melissa Devon Gallant were found guilty of first-degree murder. State prison will be a far cry from living in a fairy tale castle. Jim Wickman was also sentenced for his role in the drug ring operation. After he was released, he continued working above board as the castle groundskeeper. Gary Jones, Gary Small, and Billy Kramer teamed up to complete production and publishing of the new Paladin Dream game. The project was dedicated to the memory of Lord Gallant. The game sold like hotcakes and did very well for Hacktivision and its employees. Gary Small went on to become an acclaimed game designer in his own right. Leo found a total of 30 doggy bags while exploring the castle. Hello, MTA. After solving the case, Guy made Cleo all-time favorite, ice cream and lobster poutine. Ice cream and lobster poutine. An extra special treat for an extra special clue-sniffing dog. While Cleo was enjoying her snack, Guy finally had time to open the box and look at the treasure. It's good! It was a mystery. It's an obsidian stone. I don't understand. The original castle builder was a quarry owner. Wait a minute. There's something really ominous about the obsidian stone in the Paladin Dream. I guess I should go pick up that game and play it next, some other time. The castle reopened as a public attraction, and Leah Ludwig got her old job back as the castle tour guide. The sensational news coverage of the murder drew huge crowds of visitors. Welcome to Castle Ludwig. The story of renowned game designer Lord Russell Gallant's murder begins here. It all started with a popular video game, a fallen gargoyle, and a 100-something-year-old curse. And that's 1K, not bad. The fallen gargoyle was even reinstalled back to the castle roof, and it looked as spooky as ever. I was able to do it in an hour 50 with no guide. We're gonna swap soon, yes. The end. Murder is game over. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it. But we are going to swap to Swap Shot, so I will be right back after these messages.